So in an effort to pay for their roads, several states are investigating taxing motorists for how many miles they drive rather than how much gasoline they actually buy. It seems President Obama's push for fuel efficiency is hurting tax collection. Oh, no! Lou Dobbs is here with his take.
Well, good to be with you, and I have to say it's hilarious to me to watch this administration try to come up with another just wrong-headed approach to public policy, particularly when it comes to taxes. A vehicle mileage tax. Now, isn't that exactly what the country needs? The intelligence that is being brought to bear on the issues of our time by certain elements of this administration have never been lower. It is breathtaking to imagine that not only would you have all of the federal, state taxes on gasoline,
right,
but now you would add a tax to the idea that you would actually move around a bit.
Right. You want to encourage commerce.
No,
I mean, you tax things that you want to discourage. So you want to discourage people driving to work, you know, for commerce, on vacation, anything they might do to spend money, make money, generate productivity.
No, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You want everybody working for the government making about 20% more than everybody who doesn't, and all of the people in the private sector working in free enterprise, supporting all of those people in the public sector. You don't want them to be able to retire until they're 80, while the folks in public sector employment, for example, some policemen and firemen around the country, particularly San Jose, tomorrow they'll make a decision, retiring at 50 with 90% of their pay. This is the kind of stupidity that is going on in the country, and there are people so entitled in this country, that labor unions, prominent among them, saying, well, you know, we're entitled to that. We made a deal, and that's the way it should be. Right. And meanwhile, the American public walks around like a guppy with, you know, going to the surface for feeding, rather than thinking about critically what's happening in this country.
It's a good image.
If you look at the pie chart of the cost of gasoline and how we're taxed in the state and the federal, there is, you brought up the state and federal taxes that are already in what we're paying for a gallon of gas. It's so complicated. How can they keep layering on top of it? I mean, I guess it gets to your whole theory here, but well, it is infuriating.
They can keep doing it as long as we let them use us like serfs. And just browbeat us with first of all, you've got to understand it's politically correct because we have to share. That's one of the idiocies that's being proselytized by this administration. And it's got to be fair. That is, everyone. It's not enough that everyone have equal opportunity. You've got to have equal result. And if we don't understand that it's time, that this is really a battle for the soul and the future of this country, then it's too late.
So you're not in favor of income equality? I'm shocked. Shocking.
Well, they've tried that in a few places, and the only place it's really worked just special, super duper.
You asked for it.
North Korea is doing great, and I really think we ought to just. That's such a model. I can't wait to hear the president suggest that perhaps next.
This is
thanks, Lou.
Always
you can see
welcome.
Lou here every day at this time, and of course at 7 and 10 p.m. Eastern tonight. You can catch it with Art Lapper, the author of the new book Eureka: The Way to Fix California. That should be fun.
But there's going to be a sequel, I can tell you right now.
Yeah?
OMG, you can't fix California. I'll talk with Arthur about that tonight.
I can't wait for that. Yeah.